This guy is an amazing looking fish. We got some new coral in here.
You turned toward me and looked so weak. I've never seen you with such tired eyes. And everything we said we'd be, we just traded for a suit coat and a tie.
What is up, guys? Levi Peterson here, back at it with another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be back on my 75 gallon. I got another new fish, and this will be the last new fish for a while because I got to let my tank catch up to everything. The thing is, with saltwater and freshwater too, you don't want to add too many fish at once because the bioload will go crazy and your bacteria, your healthy bacteria in your tank will not be able to keep up with all the fish that you've added. There is chemicals that can take down nitrates and ammonia and all that kind of stuff, but it's not always healthy for your fish and for your corals, especially in salt water. So you got to be careful with how many fish you add, especially when you have a new tank. Once the bioload builds up and you have a protein skimmer, you can kind of be a little more freely. I mean, I have a protein skimmer, but I still want to be careful and not add too many fish at once to overdo my reef tank. So I added like a couple more corals, actually one more coral today, and a royal Gramma. So I'm going to kind of show you the coral, and then we're going to talk a little bit more about the royal Gramma, which happens to be one of my favorite fish. 5-gallon reef tank. Now the corals are just starting to get added, and they're starting to grow a little more, so I'm getting really excited because stuff's starting to spread. Waving hand polyps are literally starting to pop up all over the place, which is really cool. I'm really excited. I may add a couple more, but I'm not sure because I kind of want the back rock to be covered in zoas and waving hand polyps. I mean, I got some waving hand polyps that spread over here and just about everything. They're literally everywhere. There's one back behind the orange acropora, which is fake, by the way. So I'm going to give you a quick rundown of what I actually have in the tank at the moment. 2 Picasso clowns, or the Hercule clowns, just with really cool patterns. That's why they're called Picassos. We got my lovely Scopus tank, which is a beauty. This is one of my favorite fish in the tank. And then the yellowtail damsel. There's a story behind that, and I'm going to give you a quick rundown. I put him in there with the 3-stripe damselfish, and the 3-stripe just demolished him. So I put him in here to see how he would do, and he's actually doing really well. He hasn't been very picky yet towards the other fish, so he's doing really well. Then we got my linear blenny, or dot dash blenny. This guy's doing super well, and he helps out with my algae a lot. I do need to add some more snails, though, eventually. And then there's a small little feather duster that's kind of growing out a little bit down there. That is a pretty cool feather duster. I've had him for maybe a week and a half, and he's just starting to grow like crazy. I really don't know why he's all of a sudden starting to grow a lot, because he used to be really short and barely out of the sand. So he's starting to grow pretty well here. And then we got a pajama cardinalfish, the firefish, or fire goby, whatever you like to call it. This clip is actually to hold algae for the Scopus tank and the linear blenny to eat off of. And they'll go crazy if you get little like sheets of algae. You can get them online and all that kind of stuff. And then here's the new royal Gramma, and we're going to talk a little bit about that guy in a little bit. And then we got the white-lined coral goby, one of my favorite fish in the tank. Not very colorful, but still really cool. I do plan to add some more colorful coral gobies, like yellow coral goby, green coral goby, and possibly a panda coral goby, or even a citron coral goby. So I'm still trying to decide, because they can be aggressive towards other species in their kind, except for their exact genus. So you kind of got to be careful. But I got some space to work with. I don't have any gobies in here except for him. So we may try that. Well, other than the fire goby, of course. And I believe that's about it as far as fish goes. And then back here, you can see the tentacles on my coral banded shrimp. Sometimes I regret him and sometimes I don't. He does help clean my tank really well. Then again, I can't add small ornamental shrimps like harlequins and all that kind of stuff. I may try to add some smaller shrimp. Hopefully they'll stay on this side, because that guy kind of doesn't venture out very much. Quick rundown, we got this guy today. This is another softie. I have all softies in here. I'm sticking with softies for right now because obviously I just got a fluval sky and then a coral life light, which actually gets really hot. But it's actually doing really well. It's growing the corals super well. I got some zoas on the back rock. They're starting to spread right behind the Scopus. Then we got this Kenya tree type coral. It's not exactly a Kenya tree, but it is a type of coral just run like that. Almost looks like a type of cauliflower coral. I'm not totally for sure on that. And we got some newly added green star polyps. These have been in there for maybe a week, and they're already starting to kind of spread around the plug. Hopefully they spread around this whole rock. That'd be just great. And then over here, these waving hand polyps just popped up out of nowhere along with the zoas. They just started growing on this out of nowhere. I don't know why that happened, but I know the waving hand polyps can spread like crazy. But if you actually look at it real close, the waving hand polyps right there and right there are different colors. So I'm not sure if it's a different species that just popped up in my tank and hitchhiked on a live rock or what. Same with the zoas. I really don't know where they came from because those are not the type of zoas that are right behind them and up above on the back rock here. Other than that, I got a rock flower in here, or a curlicue, one of the two. I'm not really for sure on that one. And then we got the sea bay and long-tongue nicole, along with the porcelain crab in the back. There is a Sally Lightfoot that hangs around in here somewhere, but he doesn't come out very often, unless it's nighttime, which is totally normal for inverts. And then we got quite a few scarlet hermit crabs, a zebra hermit crab. There's quite a bit of hermit crabs in here. Come over here and we're going to talk a little bit about the Royal Gramma. There's reasons why this is my favorite fish. It is very vibrant. Sorry, I cannot talk today. Very vibrant and very easy to keep for a beginner saltwater enthusiast. I mean, this guy is relatively small, but they can get up to around 3 inches in length. Smallest tank I'd keep him in is definitely a 10 gallon or more, and I'd be pushing 10 gallon because that's just not a right size to put him in. I mean, you can do it, we just got to be careful with adding too many fish in a smaller tank. That's why I just simply go with the bigger tank so you have room to work with. So they can be a little aggressive, well, not totally aggressive, but territorial to their area. This guy, for some reason, is just sitting in the corner, and he likes the spot. He's been defending it really well. Damselfish tried to come over and pick on him, and he just shoot him right out of there. So I don't know if he decided that this is going to be a spot or what. But they are very vibrant, and they are 100% reef safe. They're actually from the Caribbean Sea. There's lots of different bassalettes and stuff that come from the Caribbean Sea, and this is one of them. And this is probably one of the more vibrant ones there is. There's purple orchids, there's Brazilian Royal Grammas, but this is just a normal average Royal Gramma that you see all over the place. They are relatively cheap. This one I actually got a really excellent price on, and I was very excited for him. So yeah, see, he is a little aggressive even when I put my hand up there. That's just because he's territorial. So that's kind of a few reasons why he's my favorite fish. So I'm going to kind of flip the camera around, talk a little bit more, and that will really be a wrap for this video. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for the saltwater video for today on my 75 gallon reef tank. Now I'm kind of going to go towards coral a little bit more until we get some more coral gobies in at my store, because there has been a ban of pulling fish in Indonesian waters. Which means, well, there's a reason behind that. They say they were over pulling fish and coral and stuff from their sea, so they just stopped all importations and everything out of there. So prices on pajama cardinals, Bangkai cardinal fish, and lots of different cardinal fishes, along with clown gobies and stuff that comes from Indonesian waters, actually went sky high in price. Even the clownfish, for example, usually you could get them for around $10 to $12. Now they're up to $20. So you kind of got to pick and choose. There's a couple stores out there and places online you can find them for cheaper, but it's kind of hard to find now. So I was lucky to get good prices on all my fish. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Oh, before I forget, there will be videos coming out soon on the 30 gallon hexagon tank over there, which is actually converted to saltwater. It used to have tetras and everything. I did talk about it a little bit in a couple of videos back. I do plan on adding a frogfish in there, and possibly a dwarf lionfish. I mean, it's 30 gallons, so I have a tiny bit of room to work. Right now, I have a 4-striped damsel in there, if you can see it. Yeah, he's in there. I actually put the yellowtail damsel in there earlier, but that did not work out. He got hammered by this guy. There's a couple emerald crabs, along with lots of macroalgae. Trying to grow some macroalgae for the frogfish to hide in. I'm still trying to decide on the exact species I want to get. I'm thinking more towards a wart-skin frogfish, because they're just a little more vibrant, but they do change color. So I'm going to try to get a lot of macroalgae, possibly a couple corals, and maybe an anemone or two. But I don't want to do too much in here because it doesn't have a skimmer and everything, and obviously you're going to have to do water changes constantly if you have corals and anemones and stuff. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video and for all your guys' support. I really appreciate it. When I hit 300 subs, I will do a giveaway, possibly a small tank or something like that. We will have to see. subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to be the fish and get outdoors. We'll see you soon.